We're back with another Fat Files video, guys. If you're new channel, welcome. I almost said Fat Electrician. But this one is called Most Gangster Burger Place, Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Man, he loves the word gangster. Now, when it comes to Five Guys, I have been there a few times. In my opinion, really, really good. I really like the burgers there and everything. But it's just the price is really expensive in comparison to other places. I know they have complimentary peanuts there as well at the entrance and everything. One of my buddies cannot eat there at all because he's allergic to peanuts, like deathly allergic. So he can't even enter the place. I mean, he has eaten Five Guys. I think. What? Oh no, that was not Five Guys. Sorry, my bad. that was another burger place, In-N-Out. But when it comes to Five Guys, yeah, I really like it. But it's been a minute since I been to one because out here in 29, there's not really one. And if I want to go to one, then that's some distance I gotta travel, maybe to Palm Springs. But yeah, that's the only thing. It's just the prices are a bit higher than other places. So with anything else, let's jump right into it.
Pretty sure this guy just dethroned Don Voltaggio as my favorite entrepreneur. Today we're talking about Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Okay, here's the deal. I was down in South Carolina. I'd never had Five Guys before. I got hungry. I was going to order some DoorDash. Five Guys was an option. Decided to get Five Guys. Heard it was delicious. I ordered 4 cheeseburgers and 4 servings of fries.
Speed up.
God damn. Well, then again, I shouldn't say that because when it goes to In-N-Out, I'm not joking, guys. At In-N-Out, I would order 3 double doubles with onions. That's how much I can eat, and at least 1 serving of French fries. I may not look like it, but I can eat a lot. But Five Guys' patties are pretty thick, so the fact that this man can eat 4 of them, God.
You can eat anything you want.
Okay, fast forward 35 minutes. What gets delivered to this Airbnb I'm staying at is 2 brown paper sacks with
He even got the photo.
no branding on them. And inside of sack number A is 4 delicious cheeseburgers wrapped in aluminum foil. No branding on that either. Okay, this is kind of fucking weird. Interesting. Big chain. No branding. All right, whatever. Go to bag number 2. I'm not exaggerating. This entire bag is full to the top with French fries. As far as I can tell, they didn't even stick any like holding containers for the French fries. It's just a bag of fucking French fries. It's like 5 pounds. It's like they made an entire bag of potatoes into French fries and stuck it in a sack.
Yep.
So like any sane person, I tried the French fries. They're delicious. Now is where I go from not a sane person. I immediately have alarm bells going off. They're up to something. There's no branding. There's way too many French fries for free. They're up to something. I need to figure out what it is. So next day I go to Five Guys for lunch in person. While eating inside the restaurant, I'm both impressed, but also more confused. They're giving out free peanuts. There's bags of potatoes everywhere. The kitchen is open. You can see them making the food unlike any other burger place I've ever been to in my entire life. So I go back home, I start doing some research, and what I find is not only a pretty incredible business model, but probably the coolest entrepreneur story that I've ever heard in my entire life. And we're gonna get into it right after a word from our sponsor.
Before we get into that, so basically this man tried it out and he's like, that's pretty good, but no, this is too good to be true. So I gotta investigate. So this man went full detective mode now.
Delete me.
Why do you have John Wick's gun?
The squirrels
Oh,
were
is that
messing
the
with
Viper?
Mushu again, so this seemed appropriate.
I mean, that does make sense.
I want that gun.
Yeah.
Stupid squirrels. Wait, squirrels!
That's only gonna keep him down for a little bit, Morty. You with squirrels, Morty.
All right, here's the deal. Super simple, straightforward business model. You give them money, they turn around and make sure the data brokers on the internet aren't selling your personal information. What does that even mean? Okay, here's the entire internet and every free service on the planet inside of a nutshell. Okay, there's a saying, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. What that means is pretty much anything on the internet that you use, that's a service, whether that be Google, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all of it. Okay, it's all an app. So one of 2 things is happening. They're either going to feed you ads, and that's how that company makes money since their service is free, or they're going to collect your personal information, then turn around and major data, and they are sides of all discount codes.
I just wanted to see what his wife was gonna do.
Down below, let's get back to the video. All right, our story begins with the founder of Five Guys Burgers and Fries, Jerry Morrell, who I can only describe as like the most average dude on the planet. Grew up in Michigan, average life, average parents, average school performance, right down the middle, average with perfectly everything. One day he's in class, teacher winds up telling him, you need to pay attention or you're gonna wind up flipping burgers for the rest of your life. So he's like, okay, well,
Bet.
maybe. So then he starts thinking about it. He decides to go to the local burger place called Push 'em Up Tony's, and people are just packing this place all the time. The dude makes good burgers. Push 'em Up Tony is this, dude. He's got his fucking pet cat in the kitchen that he's petting while he's flipping these burgers. Everybody jokingly called them fur burgers, but they kept eating there because the burgers were delicious. So as a kid, he's looking at this and he's like, I mean, flipping burgers for a living doesn't sound that bad. I mean, Push 'em Up Tony's always busy. He drives a nice car, gets to hang out with his pet cat all day. Maybe it's not that bad of a life. So this is kind of where the seed gets planted. Okay, fast forward, graduates high school, goes off to college. While he's in college, he's working in a fraternity house, cooking all the food for everybody. From here, he graduates college, moves back home to his hometown in Michigan, marries his high school sweetheart, has 3 kids, and starts selling life insurance. The most average story on the planet.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing spectacular or anything that really stands out. I mean, hey, he's just living his life. I mean, it's pretty good. Doesn't sound like anything pretty bad. So, I mean, I'm all for it, actually.
Extremely average in every category. Remarkable, truly. The most average person in our entire armed forces.
And then one day, him and his wife decide they're going to get a divorce. Don't know the context, don't know what happened, don't care, doesn't matter, not pertinent to the story. What does happen is his wife takes his 3 sons and she takes them down to Florida where they move. And Jerry, like any good father, is heartbroken. He wants his boys back, and for whatever reason, I have no idea why, he decides that what he needs to do to get his kids back is to make a bunch of more money. Maybe he couldn't afford a good lawyer in the divorce, I have no idea, but that's what he decides. He needs to make a ton of money. So he leaves his hometown, starts bouncing around from big city to big city, trying to figure out how he's going to make all this money, winds up in Texas, tries to start an oil business, blows up in his face. So that didn't work, but he's not taking no for an answer because he's got to get his boys back. Next big idea, bottled water.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can make any money on this deal.
Okay, now to me and you in 2025, sounds like a pretty good idea.
I haven't seen Shark Tank in a minute.
That's a multi-billion-dollar industry today, but you gotta remember, this is the early 1970s. Bottled water doesn't even get remotely popular until the 1990s, okay? The 1970s, ain't nobody drinking water. Everybody's smoking cigarettes and drinking Coca-Cola. I mean, we've all seen the documentaries where they're like, here's the graduating class of 1972, and then they show you a bunch of pictures of like 35-year-old men.
I get older, they stay the same age.
And it turns out they are, in fact, actually 18-year-olds. They just look like they're 30-year-old men because they have normal testosterone levels, because their balls aren't full of microplastics, and because they're not fucking drinking water and they're dehydrated. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Just drink water. Anyways.
Water sucks. Gatorade is better. What?
Jerry
I always got a 40 ounce on me, guys. And also on top of that, I put my Mojave half marathon completion sticker on it too.
goes out with his literal multi-billion-dollar idea and starts looking for investors, starts talking to bankers. Absolutely everybody laughs at him at the notion that somebody would buy bottled water.
Water?
Yeah.
You mean like in the toilet?
So he abandons the idea, moves on to the next thing, moves on to the next big city, winds up in Washington, D.C. While he's there, he's from small town Michigan. He's not used to all this money, all this wealth. He's blown away by how many rich people live in this area. He's got an economics background, so he goes back to school, gets licensed to be a financial advisor, and starts doing that in Washington, D.C., and starts making a good amount of money. From here, he meets his wife, Janie. He's doing so financially well that whatever the context is, he winds up getting his boys back. They move back with him in Washington, D.C., and then Janie gets pregnant and he has another boy. He now has 4 sons. From here, he goes right back to being the most average guy on the planet, living.
But I just want to say, hey, great on him that he did whatever he could to get his sons back. So I am really proud of him for that one.
In the Washington, D.C. area, got 4 sons, got the wife, slinging financial products on the side, making a bunch of money, putting money away for his kids' college fund, just being average Joe to the max. As his 2 oldest sons are getting ready to finish up high school here in a couple of years, neither one of them has any interest in going off to college. Okay, kind of an alarming thing for a mother and father, especially in the 1980s. This is like the pinnacle era of you have to go to college.
It is fiscally irresponsible for me to go to college.
Are you huffing?
God.
Are you high?
You're huffing grass?
Then one day, Jerry and Jamie decide they're going to take the boys out to the beach. They go out to the beach. It's coming up on lunchtime. They decide they're going to look for a restaurant. There's restaurants all up and down this boardwalk.
I just realized something. I think I know how he got the name for his business. 5 Guys. Now, this is just a guess. It's him and he has 4 sons. So my guess is all 5 of them start working together and building this business, and that's how the name Five Guys come out. That's just my guess personally.
But one of these restaurants has a line of like 250 people just standing there waiting. It's this restaurant called Thrasher's, and the crazy part is they only sell French fries. Like that's it, just French fries. No hot dogs, no hamburgers, just French fries. 250 people waiting in line. And this reminds him of Push 'em Up Tony's and the Fur Burgers back home. And then it reminds him of what his teacher told him. If you don't pay attention in school, you're not gonna go to college, and then you're gonna wind up flipping burgers for the rest of your life. And maybe, just maybe, that's not that bad of an idea.
Light bulb.
So he gets approval from his wife first, and then he sits down his boys and he's like, okay, look, we've saved up $70,000 to send you kids off to college. If you want to go to college, we'll pay for it. Absolutely, 100%. It's basically your money. But if you guys don't want to go to college, I'll give you the money and we can start a business together, which is beautiful. I mean, you got to remember, he already lost his boys once. He doesn't want to lose them again. If he could start a business and provide them with a living, and he gets to hang out and work with his sons all day, every day.
That's amazing.
Even if they don't become rich, he's still rich. And sure enough, the boys want to work with dad. Okay, so what's the business model going to be? We're going to take Push 'em Up Tony's, and we're going to take Thrasher's, and we're going to smash them together. We're going to make hamburgers and French fries, and we're going to make them so well that people line up 250 deep to buy them from us. Why are we picking hamburgers and French fries? Well, because Jerry is the most average man on the planet, and that's all he likes.
I just have a little plain cheeseburger.
Yeah, I mean, he just keeps it really simple. He's not doing something brand new. He's not reinventing the wheel or anything. So that's really great.
My other favorite burger is a plain hamburger, ketchup mustard on it, and another one is just a plain hamburger with nothing but raw onions.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say all 4 of those boys were conceived in missionary position. Just saying. So what are we gonna call this restaurant? Well, it's me and my 4 boys. That's 5 guys, and we're selling burgers and fries. Brain Blast, that's the name of the restaurant. 5 Guys Burgers and Fries.
The most average person.
Okay, now from here, I can't tell if Jerry is like a diabolical genius or if he has a full-on Field of Dreams moment, like if you build it, they will come. Obviously referring to the perfect hamburger accommodated by the perfect French fry. Actually, no, I am pretty positive. He definitely had the second one because he becomes bound and determined to make the perfect hamburger and the perfect French fry, and he is thoroughly convinced that if he can do that, literally nothing else matters. You think I'm exaggerating? I'm not. He literally defies all conventional wisdom, ignores all the common business practices, and is just locked in tunnel vision on developing a good hamburger and good French fries.
This is the good stuff. Snakes and sparklers.
He starts telling all his family and friends he's putting his life savings into selling burgers and French fries, and they're like, oh, you're starting up a restaurant. Are you gonna have a salad option? Absolutely not. How about chicken nuggets? No. How about a burrito? No. How about a chicken sandwich? No. Burgers and French fries.
You don't have no black cats? No Roman candles or screaming mimes?
No.
You don't got no lady fingers, buzz buttles, snicker bombs, church burners, finger blasters, gut busters, zippity doo-dahs, or crap flappers?
No, I don't.
He is so thoroughly convinced that the only recipe to success is a good hamburger and good French fries that he intentionally makes opening up his first business as hard as humanly possible.
I mean, McDonald's does the same thing too, because I do remember in the movie The Founder, and I did look it up. It is actually pretty accurate. I mean, they changed a few things here and there. If you guys haven't seen it already, go check it out. The Founder. It's about the origins and creation of McDonald's. So when McDonald's first began, they had so many things on the menu. It was crazy because they were losing revenue. But what they did was they looked at what was selling and just kept those items. I remember it because I own the movie. It was burgers, French fries, and sodas, like soft drinks. So I think they said it was like 90% of their entire sales, and the rest were barely making anything or wouldn't even sell at all. So they were just buying food that they weren't able to sell. So they got rid of everything and simplified the menu. It was the same thing. It was great. And then when time went on, new investors came in and they opened new locations. They started going behind the backs of the original McDonald's and started selling a new variety menu as well, because they said, hey, people love this, people love that. Sure, but the problem is people aren't buying that much, so we're losing more money over time. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just sell what sells. We'll be fine. And yeah, it went really well. But now if you look at McDonald's back then and look at McDonald's right now, dude, they really switched it up, because now it's like what? Fish sandwiches and chicken sandwiches and all that. I mean, I wonder if the original McDonald's brothers saw this, they would be thinking, wow.
He literally and intentionally picks the shittiest location he could possibly find in this rundown strip mall in Arlington, Virginia. And his thought process was, if I can do this successfully in this shitty location, I can do it literally anywhere. So he gets this location up, gets it ready. From here, he has to perfect the menu. From here, I can only assume he's like, what's our competition? McDonald's? Okay, what's McDonald's have? The Big Mac? What's that got? 2 1.5-ounce patties? All right, cool. Here's our thing. We're gonna have hamburgers. We're gonna have cheeseburgers. They're gonna come in 2 sizes. The smaller one for kids is gonna have 1 3.5-ounce patty, more than a Big Mac. We're gonna call that one the little guy because fuck McDonald's. Our normal hamburgers and cheeseburgers.
That's a dude. Now I'm no expert, but that's a pretty big patty. Yo, that kid's gonna get stuffed up.
Are gonna have 2 3.5-ounce patties. And that meat is gonna be fresh, never frozen. And the bun that those hamburgers go in is gonna be fresh from a bakery, baked that morning. And I'm gonna have 17 different toppings that you can put on those hamburgers and cheeseburgers. And guess how much extra each topping is gonna cost? Fucking nothing. And all that shit, the lettuce, the tomatoes, the onions, all that's gonna be fresh too. Okay, cool. What about the French fries? We're gonna buy fucking potatoes and we're gonna turn them into French fries. Okay, we're not gonna do what McDonald's does and have some factory spitting out frozen French fries into a bag and then transport them frozen across the country and then throw them into the fryer. No, we're gonna take potatoes, we're gonna salt them, we're gonna put them in oil, and then we're gonna feed them to the world. Okay, I mean, look at McDonald's French fries ingredients. We've got potatoes, vegetable oil, canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, hydrogenated soybean oil, natural beef flavor,
just oil,
wheat and milk derivatives, dextrose, sodium, acid pyrophosphate, main color, salt, quote, beef flavor, contains hydrolyzed wheat and hydrolyzed milk as starting ingredients, contains wheat and milk. Now let's look at the Five Guys French fries ingredients: potatoes, salt, peanut oil. The end. Does peanut oil cost more? Absolutely. But it doesn't matter because that's what makes the fries better, and we're not in the business of saving money. We're in the business of making the best burger and fries on the planet.
Snakes and sparklers are the only ones I like.
Buh! That also means he's gonna lose out on customers that have a peanut allergy. Buh! Don't care.
I can't believe I started this video with mentioning that I have a buddy who has a fatal peanut allergy. And hey, I mean, every place has its pros and cons.
Five Guys is in the business of making the best French fries possible, not bending the knee to your weird food allergy. In fact, they're gonna double down and give out free peanuts to everybody waiting in line to send the clear message: if you can't eat the best French fries in the world, fuck you. Just to be clear, for legal reasons, at no point has Five Guys officially said or alluded to anything remotely close to that. However, that's what they actually do, and that's how I interpret it, and I think it's kind of funny. Yeah, I know, I'm a bad person. Anyways, moving on. Oh, and these can't just be any potatoes. No. These need to be russet potatoes from Idaho, but even that's not specific enough. These need to be russet potatoes from Idaho, specifically in the Snake River Basin, which is north of the 42nd parallel. Because, and I quote, potatoes are a lot like oak trees. The slower they grow, the more solid they are. We like our northern potatoes because they grow in the daytime when it's warm, but then stop at night when it cools down. It would be a lot easier and a lot cheaper if we got California or Florida potatoes. The dude is autistic about burgers and French fries, and I love it. Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, homie.
Dude, that's the best way to describe it. But yeah, I have been to Idaho once a long time ago, and I've been to their, a big potato museum? Potatoes everywhere.
He has went full plankton getting the Krabby Patty secret recipe. He has developed the greatest hamburger and French fry of all time. That's it. That's the whole menu. I've got a hamburger, I've got a cheeseburger, I've got 17 different toppings. I'll put whatever you want on it, and I've got French fries. The end. Okay, sounds stupid. Actually genius. What have we learned on this channel? Keep it simple, stupid. Pick one thing you want to do, be the absolute best at it. Best pound for pound money-making fast food place on the planet? Chick-fil-A. Guess what they sell? Chicken sandwiches. The end. So the menu's set. The food is ready. 1986, he opens up Five Guys.
By the way, that's a life lesson, guys. You don't have to be good at everything. You just have to be good at something. That's what it is. Everyone's got their skills. Just because you're not as good as the person next to you, say for instance, when it comes to typing. Say for instance, you can't type as fast as the person next to you. This person can type 70 words a minute and you can only type maybe 40. That does not mean you're more useless or less worthy than him or her. You just have a different set of skills. That's just how it goes. I mean, when it comes to, in the Marine Corps, when it comes to rifle shooting, I mean, I could shoot expert and things like that, but there's some guys, I swear to God, these guys are snipers. These guys can shoot, but that does not mean we're less worthy riflemen compared to them, because we had a guy who can shoot really well, but I swear to God, he cannot swim for to save his life. So, like I said, everyone's got a set of skills. If you find something you're good at, just stick to it, improve upon it. That's all you need to do.
Does he do a grand opening? No. Does he advertise at all? Absolutely not. He is convinced that if he can just get one customer to walk through that door and taste this delicious hamburger, he's going to tell all of his buddies, and then he's going to be successful.
That's kind of how McDonald's did it too.
So they open up at 11 in the morning. Guess who shows up? Absolutely nobody. Nobody knows they exist. They didn't advertise. They didn't have a grand opening. Nobody shows up. First 45 minutes, nobody shows up. Then one dude just saunters in, happening to find it randomly, eats the hamburger. By 12:30, they're fucking packed. Okay, he's done it. He's built the perfect cheeseburger. He's built the perfect French fry. And sure enough, people showed up despite him not advertising, despite him being in a horrible location. His plan is working. Five Guys Burgers and Fries is profitable from day one. Somewhere along the line, people start complaining that his restaurant takes a little bit longer in comparison to, like McDonald's and other places. Jerry doesn't give a single shit, okay? Perfection takes time.
Cooking
can't rush art.
And the shit I cook is the bomb, so don't be telling me.
Shit you cook is shit.
In response to this, Jerry hangs up a sign on the door that says, and I quote, "If you're in a hurry, there's a lot of really good burger places within a short walking distance from here." Five Guys doesn't give a shit, and I absolutely love it. Just straight up, we're the best. We know we're the best. If you don't want to wait in line, cool, kick rocks, go somewhere else. There's 249 other people in queue that I can make their burger for next. They continue to grow the business. They're making hamburgers. They're making French fries. Things are going good. Time to open up another location. So he goes to the bank, asks for a loan. Full honesty, I have no idea how this conversation went down, but I imagine it was something along the lines of this. Okay, you want to open up another hamburger shop. Your first one's fairly successful. Tell me about the business. Do you have a marketing plan in place? Absolutely not. We don't do any marketing whatsoever. We just rely on word of mouth by making really good hamburgers and really good French fries. Okay, are you looking at expanding the menu? Absolutely fucking not. Okay, do you deliver? Are you looking to start delivering the food? No. I make good hamburgers and good French fries so good that they're gonna come to me. Okay, so your entire
Oh, that was another thing that McDonald's did, and it was revolutionary, but it was absolute horrible at the beginning. Not because of the quality of it, but because people didn't like the concept at first. Originally, when it comes to food, those kind of places, they have those waitresses that bring the food to you in your car. However, McDonald's new concept was just get out of your car, walk up to the window, get the food yourself. But people didn't like it because it was a new concept. And one, I guess they were lazy because they didn't want to get out of their car. They didn't want to wait in line. They didn't want to, stand in front of a window, all that. Because naturally, when it comes to something new, people are scared of it or just don't want to do it because it's uncomfortable and it's brand new. No one has done it. You never done it. And people don't like challenges. That's how it goes. But hey, you got to take that into consideration too, man, that there are going to be some challenges like that when you try to revolutionize something.
Our business model is just to make really good hamburgers and really good French fries, so much so that they'll come to you, you won't deliver, but they don't know you exist because you're not doing any marketing and you're only willing to sell hamburgers and French fries. Yep, just get out. No, the answer is no. We're not investing in your hamburger stand. Jerry basically gets laughed out of the bank, at which point he goes to his family and friends. He's getting $5,000 loans from relatives, $10,000 loans from people that believe in the company, and he gets enough money to open up a second location. And that's pretty much how it goes between the 1980s all the way up until 2001. By then, he's got 5 locations. Now, 5 locations in 2 decades for a fast food place is not a lot of growth. That's not very fast. And part of that reason is not because he can't get funding. It's because people have been approaching him for the last 10 years wanting to start a franchise of their own version of Five Guys. And Jerry's just no, absolutely not. You're going to fuck up my precious burgers and French fries. You're not going to do it right. Nobody's touching this except for me.
That's how it happened in McDonald's too. Like I said, they tried to franchise the place, but those new managers at different locations tried to go behind their back and start selling different items when they specifically said no. And that was what the McDonald's brothers said. The hardest thing was quality control, because if you're not there enforcing your standards, someone's going to be there enforcing theirs and trying something behind their back because they're not there. They're not able to verify. That's how it works. So I'm not surprised that even happened.
2022, he finally gives it up and he's willing to have franchisees come on and run their own version of Five Guys, but he is on their ass like white on rice. To this day, Five Guys is sending in 2 secret shoppers every single week. Not quarterly, not yearly, every week. Corporate is sending in 2 secret spies to make sure that you're upholding their image. The food needs to be delicious and everything better be clean, right? That's the whole part of the fresh thing. They have an exposed kitchen where you can sit there and watch somebody make your food fresh. Everything needs to be spotless, and corporate is hell-bent on making sure that happens.
You know what? If I was Jerry, at this point when it's successful, I would have gone back to my old school and I would have ran into that teacher and said, so what was that you said about me flipping burgers? I am. And guess what? I'm doing pretty good. Oh my God, dude. I actually had a 5th grade teacher who just didn't like me. She just didn't like me. I was always the number one suspect when something happens. When, I swear to God, there were two girls that always sat behind me because we sat in rows. There were 2 girls behind me and one guy directly behind me. They would always talk to each other. He would always talk to the guy, the student right next to him. And every time they talk or things like that, it's not like loud, but you know, it's like whispers that you could actually hear across the room. And the teacher always tells me to be quiet. And I'm going, I'm not saying anything. I'm not doing anything. I was always the number one suspect in her eyes. I didn't do anything. I don't know what I did to like upset her, but that's just how it is.
Jerry and his sons aren't budging for anybody on their standards, and I absolutely love it. And I mean absolutely anybody, because in the 2000s, they got so popular in the DC area that the Pentagon called and wanted them to deliver some food. Jerry said, nah, we don't deliver, to which the person from the Pentagon said, sir, this is the Pentagon. Everybody delivers to the Pentagon. To which Jerry said, I don't give a fuck. He then gets another phone call from that guy's boss. It is an admiral from the Navy. Admiral, same thing as general, but for the Navy. Okay, super important guy. He then proceeds to tell Jerry, bro, this is the Pentagon. You have to deliver to the Pentagon. Jerry says, no, I don't. He then proceeds to get a 24-foot-long sign that's 2 feet tall that says, we don't deliver, and hangs it up in all of his stores in Washington, D.C.
Dude, this guy's a savage. He told off a general and an admiral. Oh my. Oh man, dude, if I do that today, I'm gonna get an Article 15. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get charged with insubordination, and next thing I know, I'm gonna lose my rank and commission. But he's a civilian telling it to them, so he's fine. But for me, I can't do that. Oh my God, dude, that is insane. Dude, you know what? I am on Jerry's side. He sticks to his values. He sticks to what he believes in. He sticks to his rules and everything. He says, I am not gonna change it just because you want it or like it. I'm gonna do it my way. This is my place. You abide my rules.
So stupid that it's actually genius. It's literally the exclusivity luxury tactic. It's just never been pulled off with something so simple as hamburgers. It's like what ridiculous luxury brands do, like Rolex or Ferrari, just this attitude of like, I don't give a shit what the customer wants. I'm making perfection, and if you want it, get in line. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Five Guys is like some snooty luxury hamburger. I'm just saying they're worried about quality and they're not willing to budge or compromise for absolutely anyone. And when I say anyone, I mean literally anyone, because in 2009, Barack Obama, the most powerful man on the planet, wanted a Five Guys hamburger. Guess what
I don't know about most powerful man on the planet, but
he had to do? He had to get his ass up out of the Oval Office and walk to a Five Guys and order a hamburger in line, just like everybody else. You don't gotta like it, but you absolutely can't not respect it. Telling the most powerful man in the world if he wants to eat one of your hamburgers, he needs to come get it, is gangster as fuck, which is not something I ever thought I would say about a fast food place, but here we are. Buh! You said at the beginning of the video that you had it DoorDash to your location, so they do deliver. Buh! No, there's a distinct difference. Five Guys doesn't deliver for anybody. But if you want to hire a stranger to go pick it up for you, that's your business. But nobody working for Five Guys is taking you your burger because they're busy making perfection. And that's why Five Guys today is so successful. They've got over 2,000 locations with 1,000 more on the way, and they're so busy, they're not even accepting applications for future franchisees. Right out of the gate, they did pretty much everything wrong. They intentionally picked a shitty location when they were starting out. They don't deliver. They have a small menu. They're expensive in relation to their competition. And you know what? None of it matters because Jerry and his sons have mastered the field of dreams fuck you business strategy. If you make the perfect product, the customer's gonna come. Nothing else matters. And if anybody tries to distract you or veer you off course, tell them to get bent.
The United States of America is based on fuck you. You're a king, you have an army, greatest navy in the history of the world. Fuck you, blow me.
That's it. That's all I got. Five Guys is literally the most gangster burger place on the planet. Literally founded by a guy who sat down and was like, I want to hang out with my sons all day, and built a multi-billion-dollar hamburger and French fry empire to do it. And if that's not the American dream, I have no idea what is. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
That was amazing.
I need to build a company so I can work with my kids forever.
The Fat Historian.
But as long as everybody's enthusiastic about it, we'll keep on rolling.
You still love getting up every day and coming to work?
No.
Oh man, dude, I just like it. He's really honest. He's just genuine. He really doesn't. I guess he's the same on and off camera. Dude, that's amazing. And also on top of that, yeah, there is another video that came out from Fat Files today. It's about Subway. I do have that on my list, so I just want to let you guys know. I do have KFC. I do have Little Caesars. You know, all that. Oh man, dude, there's a fly. Damn fly. But moral lesson of the story is, if you got rules, you got morals, just stick to them. Don't change them for anyone. And also, just keep it simple. That's the key to success. Consistency. If you're good at something, just keep on doing it. I mean, if, for instance, like me, if I'm the best, well, I don't want to say the best. If I'm really good at being a Marine, then I'm going to make a career out of it. I mean, it's a stable income. It's a stable job. I can make a good career out of it. And I can stick to my morals and values. And I love coming to work. I'm all for it too. So that's how it is, guys. If you're good at something, just stick to it. Don't compare yourself to the person next to you and think, man, he or she is doing it better than me, so I guess I'm worthless. No, do not think like that. Just focus on your set of skills, and I promise you will be successful. Now, besides that, that's all I got for today. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that notification bell so you know when I drop more videos. Also, shout out to all my members, subscribers, viewers. You're amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate it. So with anything else, see you guys next time.